All right, this is going to be kind of a point and shoot YouTube video today. This stereo mic right here is what I use as a room mic when I record drums in this room. And it sounds cool where it is, but the point is I want to see if it sounds cooler in other positions. So today we're going to move this room mic around a bunch of positions to see what happens. So we're going to try it there. We're going to try it like in the middle of the room. And then we're going to try it like probably in that corner right there. And then we're going to put it in the closet. We're going to put it like right in the closet, and then we're going to put it like deep in the closet. What we're going to do now is we're going to do a little sound test. I'm just going to play a little bit so we can have a baseline for our experiment. Full disclosure, I'm going through the DIY color duo, and I have some like tape saturation on it and a level lock. It sounds kind of aggressive, so we're just kind of rolling with it. I probably should have dialed that back, but get what you pay for. It's a free YouTube video, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. All right, so that's the first test where it normally is. Now we're gonna move it like the middle of the room. All right, so now the mic is there and the drums are there. Now we're going to take it from there in the middle of the room all the way to this corner. Okay, and like 50 years later, that's finally done. So that was the corner, now we're going to the closet. All right, so if we go in the closet now, the mic is around the corner and down there. Okay, one last position I want to try before we listen is I want to move it to where it's like just inside the closet. It's not like all the way deep in the closet to see if that changes anything. So now like instead of it being all the way back there, it's like here's the door frame, and it's like almost parallel with the door frame. I don't know. It's an experiment. We'll see. Also, I'm going to do my best to level match these. I'm not going to get into a whole level match debate thing. I'm going to try my best to make these the same volume so that the volume difference isn't something we're thrown off by. I'm just going to listen through all of them. Let's do it solo first, and then we're going to do it in the context of the mix, because this really doesn't matter what it sounds like by itself, because for the most part, people aren't going to be using just my room mic when they're mixing my drums. They're going to be using all the mics. So let's hear it in solo first, just to see kind of really specifically how the sound changes as it gets further away, and then we'll listen in the context of the full mix. So I honestly like how blown up the room mic sounds when it's in the first position, but it's a lot of transient, which is okay because when I add like compression and stuff, like you can kind of change the transient feel. But the issue I do get when it's this close is cymbals. When you're adding a ton of compression, even though I usually play cymbals really, really light, just being that close to the drum set, you're getting more cymbals than you would if it's further away. Let's see what the next position is like. This is the one in the middle of the room. So this has like the kind of the same transient amount and stuff as when it was close, but it has way less low end because it's further away from the drum kit. I haven't heard it in the context of the mix, but I don't think I like it as much as when it's closer to the drums. Here's the corner. All right, I like this. It doesn't have a ton of low end, but the transient aren't as like, they don't feel as immediate, and the cymbals are getting quieter. So in the corner of the room, that seems like the first position out here in the main room that I actually like it maybe better than when it's close to the drums. Let's go to the first closet position. All right, it's a lot of low end and it's kind of like very kick heavy, but I love that there's almost no cymbals. That is kind of cool. So under compression, I think that this is going to be like possibly the best position. It's my guess. Let's go to the other closet position. So this position I like versus the other closet position. I like that this one doesn't have as much like boomy low end. And again, that's with no EQ. I like that it has a little less low end, but the transients don't quite feel as far away, and the cymbals are more present. So I think I like that furthest room the best, but let's put it in context of a full drum mix. I'm going to have the room like up more in the mix than like maybe it normally would, but you know, it's because we're trying to get a feel for what exactly these do. So just know that maybe I wouldn't have as much room mic if this were going on someone's record or something, but for this experiment, we're going to leave it loud. So really interesting. In context, you can hear that even though the close position and then the middle of the room position and the corner position, even though like when you listen to them by themselves, sonically they don't sound that much different because you're actually moving the mic further away. They start adding more depth, more space, more air to the sound because the mic is getting further away. So it's taking longer for the kick drum to travel, the snare drum to travel to that mic. All in all, I think maybe I prefer the closet position. I think especially if we dial in kind of the low end. Yeah, so if you go really heavy on compression in the room mic in the closet, you can get crazy with compression and it doesn't do anything to bring up cymbals. And it adds like depth and length to the drums. Whereas when it's in the close position, it sounds almost like you're just parallel compressing the overall drum mix because it's basically hearing the drum kit just like the overheads are. So for me, I think I prefer the closet. I'll have to live with it a little more and experiment with it and record a couple songs for people and, you know, dial it in. But I think that's the way I'm leaning. But put down in the comments which position was your favorite. If you've ever tried any room mic experiments yourself and you think I should try them out, let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff, and I'll see you in the next one.